ডাইভার্সিফাই বৈচিত্র্য, ইন্টেন্সিভ নিবিড় বা তীব্র, নেল ভাটা ব্রেক নেলস ইটের ভাটা, গভর্নেন্স শাসন, অ্যাবিউজিং গালি দেওয়া, ডিসকনসার্টিং বিরক্তিকর, এক্সট্রাকশন নিষ্কাশন, রাইস ইরিগেশন ধান সেচ, অ্যাবান্ডেন্টলি প্রচুর, অ্যাডিকুয়েট পর্যাপ্ত, অ্যাকিউট তীব্র। The Daily Star Editorial. Acute water crisis in Baranth region. Depletion of groundwater across the countries be tackled urgently. According to a report in this daily yesterday, people in the Baranth region of the country are facing an acute shortage of water, including drinking water, due to depleting groundwater levels. Many paddy farmers spoke to the Daily Star of being forced to diversify to less water-intensive crops, or converting their croplands into ponds and brick kilns in a region where this essential resource is increasingly dear. Experts say this is a result of the abuse of existing groundwater levels, which are mostly being extracted for paddy farming, rice mill operations, and other industrial purposes, leaving the locals, including small paddy farmers, high and dry. The picture painted in the report is disconcerting, with farmers expressing their anger over having to pay high price of water for their crops from private deep wells, while the canal they have been installed next to, meant for supplying water for the Padma to nearby agricultural fields, runs dry. Data from the Baranth Multipurpose Development Authority suggests that around 70% of the region's annual groundwater extraction of the 13,710 million cubic meters is done by unregulated private deep wells, enough to fill up around 18 lakh ponds that are each 2 meters deep and cover 1 bighah. However, the abuse of groundwater for farming and industrial purposes is an issue that affects not just the Baranth region but the entire country. Bangladesh is the world's 4th largest rice producing country, and groundwater provides 70% of the water needed for rice irrigation. An estimated 3,000 liters of water are required to produce just 1 kilogram of Boru rice, and this estimate doesn't even count the water being used up in the rice mills. It is thus abundantly clear that unless steps are taken urgently, thousands of farmers and rural communities across the country will suffer deeply from the lack of adequate levels of groundwater. The right to water of every citizen of this country is set out in Bangladesh Water Act 2013 and Bangladesh Water Rules 2018, and the government should ensure that these laws are enforced and water resources are secured and regulated effectively. In this regard, the Water Resources Planning Organization WARPO has taken up ambitious plans to map surface and underground water resources across the country in order to identify safe withdrawal limits of groundwater and regulate water use. This water governance project is a step in the right direction, and the government must ensure that it is implemented efficiently and transparently. At the same time, it must also take steps against industries that are abusing shared water resources and encourage farmers to move towards less water intensive crops in regions where groundwater requires preserving.